Welcome back to the channel. This is Wasabi. This is another video of showing missions for the medium tank missions for the T-28 HTC, which is the second of the personal campaign missions. The mission we're on today is MT-14. The primary condition is to destroy 4 tanks, and secondary condition is to get 2,000 damage. So we're in the Tier 5 Chinese tech tree tank, the type T-34, and we're on live oaks. We're just heading to this bush on top to see if we can spot any vehicles moving into the city, get an idea of which way and which tanks are going. We've got some tanks going down the railway line. Now, what I was just doing there, loading HE, trying to shoot this tree. This is just a trick I've been learning to see whether you can shoot trees to knock them down without actually having to push them. But that didn't work. Probably the caliber of the gun wasn't sufficient for the type of tree. Anyway, that just wasted a bit of time there, so stopped doing that to get up to position. But we haven't spotted anything so far. Now, my view range is 415 meters with the cruise skills and so on, but there's just not sufficient really to cover the whole area without binocs. Now, with KV-1's been spotted, but also the KV-220-2 on the enemy team is on the railway line with, so I'm decided we've got enough tanks on the city side, and I'm going over to reinforce the side on the railway line. So if we have a look at the crew lineups, the KV-1, KV-220 are both human players. The M4A1 type T-34 and Valiant M10 RBFM, Stug 3G, T67 and Wolverine are all human players. The Chaffee as well. So it's actually quite a few less bots on here. So we've got to be a bit more aware of enemy movements and tactics to try and counter them. So the KV-220-2 is a threat. I'm well aware of that because I use one, and it's a pretty hardened tank. So we're just trying to get here to do some side shots or shots into vulnerable position. I've loaded premium ammunition, and I'm really just going to keep using it, mainly to try and achieve my target. And we do take a hit there from the M4A1, so we were spotted going in, so that's just to be expected. So rather than sit there and be shot at, I'm just pulling back to try and extend the view range, and knowing that the KV-220-2 doesn't have a great view range, we're just trying to basically get into a position where we can safely shoot back. So basically, although I'm using gold, pretty much everyone else is, so I don't feel too bad about that. Now we're getting a side shot on the KV. Probably just the outline was a bit misleading there. He's probably only just slightly above the thing, but we are getting side shots, and but I don't want to waste premium rounds, so don't do a blind shot there. The Stug 3G has appeared, but again, I don't have a lot of hit points and not much armor, so I'm not going to hang around and basically be shot at. So I'm going to pull back, and as the whole team is doing that, you don't want to be isolated, you want to be in company. So we'll let them push onto our guns, basically. They're the ones pushing along, so we'll try and tax them as they come along. Now I'm just going to go to the other side of the railway line, partly to get into cover, but also potentially to spot tanks that are coming up alongside there. We get some assistant damage, but then we notice the Wolverine, so you don't get them at terms right, is coming along the inside of the railway tracks, and I'm getting spotted here, but he does get shot in, and I get a shot from the KV-220, but managed to deal with that tank destroyer. So I'm down to basically below half health, or just about half health, so I'm not going to basically hang around and just sacrifice myself. The Stug 3G goes down, the KV-220 is there, but he's taking damage, and we're still getting some spotting damage on him, and the KV goes down basically to the M10 RBFM, the French Tier 5 tank destroyer. So the only thing that's left on that side is the T-67 tank destroyer and the M4A1. Now, I noticed the M4A1 was damaged. I'm not sure about the state of the T-67, but our Leopard's pushing down, as is a T-67, so we're just going to do that. Now, along comes a bot. There's not that many of them in the game. He's going to get shredded pretty quickly, so we'll just try and take some damage, and we actually get the kill on that one. So we're up to 2 kills out of the 4 that we need. And in addition, the OIXP that's just appeared is a bot player. So basically going to go up there and try and grab some more damage. If we can get side shots on him while he's engaging the other tanks, we'll be able to pen without a problem. But again, it's about staying sort of out of the way of the tank's gun. Now we're side shot coming up. He is turning, but we're just going to have to basically try and get our shots as we need them. So bouncing a few there, now starting to penetrate. And luckily his gun is not focusing our way, and we get the kill shot on him. So that's 3 out of the 4 that we need, and we're just under 950 damage. So it's not looking good for the damage target. We are now 8-5, so we're 3 tanks up, and there's 4,610 hit points left on the enemy team, but quite a few of them look like they're in the city. So probably not going to progress much here, and I'm not really going to go in the city and brawl, not with the amount of hit points I've got. So what we want to try and do is flank, see if we can find that T-67 or even the M10 and deal with them. They've still got their 2 mediums around, the type T-34 and the Valiant. If they notice us coming back around the base area, they might return, so that might give us more opportunities. So we're now 9-6. So both sides losing tanks, but we're still maintaining the advantage. But the hit points are now almost the same, which is interesting. That means we've got a number of damaged tanks on our side, or more damage than enemy probably. So we've got to take that into consideration. You might have a numerical advantage, but if your tanks are one-shots and they all basically could be killed fairly quickly, then that advantage may not stay. So we've got the T-67 and Leopard going up one side of the map. I'm deciding to separate from them and go along where the M10 is on our team. And you can see the type T-34 from the enemy side has destroyed our KV-1. So I'm just taking a quick peek here to see whether we get lit. So just push out and pull back again straight away. If we don't get lit, then we know that there's no target there. Then the tanks on the hill get spotted. So we try and shoot the M10. We don't get the kill. And the type T-34 has moved on. He's now behind the hill. So we can push up safely. If we basically pushed straight away, we would have been lit most likely by the M10. And could have been shot at fairly easily. So the type T-34 is there. We want to get some bushes between us and him. There's a little dip down here where you can come up and get another bush. And we're just sitting here now. We have got a side shot on him. We get 1 hit in, put a quick blind shot in. We don't know if that's gone anywhere. We're just up to 1,000 damage here. Now he's basically gone down the other side of the hill. So if I keep this hill on this side of the hill from him, I'm not likely to get spotted. It just looks like the T-67 was in the city, and the enemy KV-1 is pushing through. It's just destroyed a light tank. We'll get a side shot on him. I managed to do some damage. Probably 2 more shots in and we'd make a kill on him if we can get the damage. The type T-34 goes down to our T-67. I'm just waiting here now for the enemy tanks to try and come out of the city. The Churchill 3 is there, but it's not offering a shot. And I'm just unwilling to relocate because we're basically being really close view range. There's that KV-1. We try and snap a shot in. We hit him, but just do critical damage. And we're not getting through with the angle. He's been quite clever there to back away at an angle. That's just something for heavy tank players to note, that when your big blocky tank is at an angle, the effective armour increases quite dramatically. So that Churchill's not giving us a show. He's a bot player though, so he's probably not going to make clever decisions. The Valiant is there, but we're just getting the turret. Not sure if that's going in. Accuracy is not fantastic with this gun for sniping, but again, not willing to take the risk to get in there. And there's the T-67. Apologies for the pager going off. And then T-67's gone. Need one more kill to get our target. There's the T-67. We get shots in. It does hit us, and we're down to 136. We're just going to see if we can survive. We get hit from the Valiant. We're down to 53, and we just pull back. And the T-67 goes down to the M10. But yeah, we're only on 53 hit points, so we couldn't have stayed there much longer for trading. So we go dark in terms of we're not spotted, and we'll just see whether we can get any more targets. There's the Valiant. We get a shot in on him, and we get the kill. So that's our 4 kills. Now we're at 1500 hit points, but there's only 110 hit points left on the enemy team, so we're not going to get our secondary target, but we have confirmed the mission, and we'll just push in and see whether we can help out the team. There's the KV-1. Not getting much of a view of him, so we'll just move around just to try and change the angle. He's behind the house mostly. If we can get a side shot on him, we do get one in, and finally get the kill shot. So that's 5 kills, and that's the game. So yes, MT-14 completed. Still a couple of missions to go back and do. We've got 5 missions in total to do before we can complete the medium tank missions. Yeah, we got the primary mission completed, but just fell short on the secondary conditions for the honours. So we did 1647 damage and got 314 assisted, so a total of pretty close to 2000 damage done and assisted, which is pretty pleasing. We managed to hit quite a few of the enemy tanks, but only got a first class out of that. 945 base experience put us second, and we were second on damage as well to the M10, so well done Predator 1 for that. And the enemy KB1, 3000, nearly 3700 damage, pretty impressive, but unfortunately he lost, so would have got a nice tanker badge out of that for sure. Yes, 43 shots fired, 31 hit, and 23 penetrated, all premium, so we spent 117,000 on premium ammunition. We lost 32,000 overall, but we would have come up in front with the winnings from the mission itself. Anyway, thanks for watching.